Let me say this now. No, it's not worth the $80 price tag. But it is a pretty fun game. So, Mario Kart World. It came out alongside the Switch 2. And I recently got my hands on a Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. And after playing it for a couple days, I think it was about time that I put together my thoughts and write up a very small, well, according to my notes, this goes on for like 10 pages. My script goes on for 10 pages. And a very poorly put together review for the game, while we're still in the first month of it being out. Technically, the first month. There's a lot of stuff in this game that I do like, but there's also a lot of stuff that I don't like. The new direction they took with this game is great, but it does fumble in a few places. If you're expecting any massive gameplay changes from this entry in a bad way, well, don't worry, it's still Mario Kart and it's still fun. But I might as well just get this out of the way first, so let me talk about the open world. I think they really overhyped the open world, because the most you can do with it is drive around, find P-switches that allow you to do challenges, find Peach coins, and find those question mark panels. They hyped this big thing up a little too much, and that kind of disappoints me, because there was probably way more they could do with the open world concept. I mean, the P-switch challenges are fun sometimes, and the Peach coins are a little bit of a pain to figure out, and the panels are just there. And speaking of those three things, they don't even keep track of those things. Well, technically they do, but they don't like tell you like the completion rate or where you did the P-switches or found the Peach coins. So you're just kind of left to just wander about, seeing if you could find like any new ones or find any Peach coins around the place. The ones that they do tell you the completion rate of, technically, are the question mark panels. So it's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass to figure out which P-switches you have done and which ones you haven't, and which Peach coins you have collected and which ones you haven't. They fumbled the bag with some of this stuff, with the open world being a big one in my eyes. But if you just want to drive around the big world just for the sake of cooling off on the races or just driving around, it's pretty good. I originally had this written down as okay, but after sitting down and playing it some more, I like it. I liked it a lot more as I just drove through the world seeing things going on. But that's the main problem. There's a lot to see, but not a lot to do. And that's just what hurts the open world a lot. Let's just move on to the track selection. The new tracks are great. They do fumble in a few places, but a lot of them are great and fantastic. Great Question Block Ruins, Faraway Oasis, and the Rainbow Road are all fantastic. And all the redone tracks are great too. Moo Moo Meadows, Airship Fortress, Toad's Factory, they brought back Peak, and they even made Wario Stadium actually good, and they made Dino Dino Jungle fucking Jurassic Park. The remix tracks and the new tracks are really, really great. Anyways, we got to the point where I've now talked about the tracks, so I gotta talk about the elephant. Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of him. He's just kind of here. Can you leave? The intermissions, where you take 2 laps to drive to the next course, and then you do the final lap in that track you drove to. I know they're very controversial online, but if you want my opinion on them, I like them. They aren't as bad as people are making them out to be. I think the chaos of 24 players on the track make them fun. But yeah, some of them kinda stink, with them just being long parts of just road or sand, but they can be fun. I don't think they're the spawn of Satan like everyone is making them out to be, but I think Nintendo should have given people the option to if they wanted the intermissions or not. Because the game does not allow you to have normal 3-lap race Grand Prix. And hell, they even released an update that makes people do the intermissions if they select a random track online. Nintendo has a foot in their ass when it comes to the intermissions, and I don't like that. I get it, they want us to play the game the way it was intended, but just give the players the option to either play with the intermissions or not. They do it in versus mode. They do it in the fucking versus mode with giving you the choice to, if you just want to do one of the intermission races or just a normal 3-lap race. Just let that be a choice for the players to select online. Let the players decide if they want to play the 3-lap races or the intermissions. But I think where the intermissions are at their best is with Knockout Tour. Because it's basically just Mario Kart, but with Fall Guys as an elimination system. Where basically if a certain number of players just pass, the others die. The others who haven't completed yet just die. They're gone. They lose. And that mode uses the intermissions for its tracks. And I think that's where the intermissions truly shine their best. Speaking of shining their best, the music. Dude, the music. It's so good. I've been playing it throughout this video, and trust me, it is so good. I'd honestly say that this is the best game Nintendo has ever put out in terms of the music. The music is absolutely fantastic, and it just makes me wish that they gave players the option to like a radio or something that allowed the players to like listen to their fantastic music. Because dude, the music in this game, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so good. But you don't get that opportunity to listen to the gorgeous music, and that saddens me. You can't just like stay somewhere. You don't get the opportunity to like just stay somewhere, like go into a menu and just select the music you want to listen to. You don't get that opportunity. Just like how you barely get the opportunity to unlock the new characters that aren't tied to the Grand Prix. Yeah, so like the characters, the new characters that aren't like Donkey Kong, Rosalina, Daisy, Bowser Jr., characters like that, you gotta get the Kamek item to use it. You gotta get the Kamek item and use it to get like new characters, the new NPC characters. Like the Coin Coffer and the Pianta and other characters that I can't think of. But it's rare to get that item, and it's only received in like the lower places, and even then it's practically luck if you get an NPC character that you didn't have before, because it still cycles through the characters that you still have, and it cycles through the characters that you have unlocked and the characters that you haven't unlocked, and it sucks because it's also a hindrance. If you use it, there's gonna be things in the way that stop you from just getting to the higher places. There's going to be obstacles in the way as soon as you use that item in relation to the character that everyone was transformed into. It's just the absolute worst part of the game. The Kamek item is completely useless and is the absolute worst way of unlocking characters I've ever seen in a game. And it didn't have to be this way. They'd have the open world. They could have done like some drag race thing where you find the character and you have to beat them in a race or something. They could have done something like that, but they just didn't. Instead, you have to unlock the character by just luck and just using an item that doesn't do shit but hinder you. And that sucks. The card unlocks are easier though, because you just get those by collecting coins in the races or the open world. So the cars aren't that bad. The carts and the bikes, they aren't that bad to unlock. Anyways, now I have to talk about the costumes on the roster since they take up most of it. It's odd that some characters get a lot of costumes, but then there's like characters who only get like a singular costume or just none at all. Like Peach, Daisy, Rosalina all get a reasonable amount of costumes. Baby Mario and Baby Luigi get 4 costumes each. But Pauline and Donkey Kong only get 1 singular costume. And people are suspecting that this is because of Bonanza, which is coming out in like 3 days of me recording this video and putting this all together. But I think that's stupid. I know they're probably going to add like more costumes in like a future update, but I still think that that's stupid. I don't like the free updates thing Nintendo does. But I'm not going to get into it because, well, if you've seen any like modern Nintendo reviewer, you know that the free updates thing has been done to death. That reminds me, the CPUs in this game are like really tough, like more tougher than in like previous Mario Kart games. Like, dude, they can like hit you with 1 red shell and then like 6 of them will go flying past you. They're probably tougher this time because of the 23 other characters on the track with you, but it can get a little bullshitty sometimes, like I just explained. It can be painful to take like the final turn of a track and then some CPU with a mushroom can just pass you with ease and steal the win. I've had that happen to me. That loss still pisses me off days later. But that's all I've wanted to say about this game. I think the game is pretty good, but it does have like some faults at it. It does have some problems. The game is a decent 7.5 out of 10 in my opinion. It's really good, but a lot of stuff just weighs it down. And the game is full of unseen and missed potential. But it's also something that you can have a lot of fun with. But I must repeat, it's not worth the $80. If you don't have a Switch 2, just buy the bundle. Just buy the bundle while it's still here. The game is great, a lot of missed potential, and sometimes the lack of stuff does hinder it sometimes. That's all I want to say. I know this review was very poorly done. I'm never going to do this again because I am not a review kind of guy. As you can clearly tell how badly this video is. That I wanted to say what I wanted to say. The game is still pretty new in its life. I'm pretty sure we'll see some updates later down the line. And hopefully those will improve the game. We'll see. Anyways, thank you all for watching. And buy Donkey Kong Bonanza when it comes out, boys! We're back! We're so back! Donkey Kong is back!